Hello. So, me and my friends, we always like to sell our textbooks once we're done using them. And we've been big users of the IVLE used book forum, but we find it's a bit old and messy. And in order to find the book you want, you first need to log in, search by go to your respective faculty, then go to your module, then look if there's a book available, and then you find it. So we find this quite tiring and cumbersome. So we thought, hey, let's come up with an app which would help NUS students find their textbooks easily and also sell them. But people have already done that. There are already apps where you can just sell your textbooks easily. We thought, instead of just selling textbooks, let's bring in some kind of an auction system. So we want to allow NUS students exclusively to sell their textbooks to fellow NUS students, their juniors and their peers, in the form of an auction system. So how this works is you download our app, you enter the details, and then you choose when you want to close the auction, and you put up the book. And what happens is people who are subscribed to that module will receive their notifications for that module. So they'll be aware of only the books that they're interested in, not the 120 different books that go on that are on sale all the time. And this makes it much easier to find the books they want. And also another thing is, in terms for the people selling, this would help them a lot because, well, there often books can often be in high demand, and people won't really get their money back. For example, they buy a book for $120 at the science co-op and they end up selling it for $20. And so it's $100 and you don't actually use the book completely. It's still almost brand new because, hey, we're students after all. So we thought, hey, okay, let's allow the sellers to auction their books. This would help them earn few more dollars, and that always comes in handy for any student in their student life. So we thought, and he can also use this to buy books as well. So it's more money, which is always handy. So this was what we came up with. So we came up with an app called Auction NUS. So how do I show this? How do I? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you first need to, of course, log in with your NUS ID and submit and password, and then once you register with our application, we immediately get your modules from your IVLE and suggest books for that. Since none of us have any modules with recommended books at the moment, we just I put in dummy modules and related books. So the thing why this is different is it gives you books which are from the courses you have taken. So we feel this would help students. This would help us find books more easily, since we're only given books that are meant for us. I mean, if I'm studying computer science and I'm doing 5 courses on computer science, I wouldn't be interested if someone's selling their here one psychology textbook. So on the first screen you see your suggested modules, and this is based on what modules you have in your IVLE at the moment. And then there's also a and if you're choosing another module, you can always search for module. You can search for book by name, or in most cases, people want a module. Say they're doing CS 3217. And it finds you books related for your module. So once you find the book which you want, you go there and then you see what the current bid is, and you can place your new bid here of how much ever you want. So say bid $65. Oh. Sorry. Sorry, it's not registering for some reason. But yeah, so basically that's how it works. You find the book you want, and you register and try and get the book. And of course, this works with the usual closing date. Once the date expires, the highest bidder gets the book, and an email is sent to the person with his contact details. Now, the advantage of this is, right now on the used book forum, what people do is they just put in their phone number publicly for everyone to just see and spam and call. But with this, we just give the winning bidder the number. So in a way, it also helps ensure privacy. And if you want to sell a book, it's equally easy. You go here and you can just enter the details you want. So let's see. And then you set whatever the starting price of your auction you want. And there are also always going to be people who are extremely generous and want to just give away the book as cheap as possible, and they don't care about a real auction system, similar to how the used book forum works. So for them, we can always say if you want it to be in the form of an auction or not. So if it's an auction, it goes through the whole bidding system. But if it's not an auction, then who it's just as usual, first come first serve. You say, hey, I can give you $50 for the book, and I have the book, and it's done. So that's what the auction button means. So once you're done, you click sell, and you put your book up for grabs. Yeah, that's the app we built.
So for the ISBN, are they supposed to enter, or can they scan using QR code?
Sorry?
ISBN.
Yeah.
Can they scan using a QR?
No,
using a
not
camera?
yet.
So they'll enter the ISBN themselves.
They have. It's optional. If you want to enter, you can enter it or not. We didn't implement the scanning the QR code and loading it. Right.
So you mentioned about the suggestions that you put for the books. So where are these suggestions kept? Is it on your server? So based on
we retrieve your modules from your IVLE. Right. We get the module you're currently taking.
So where do you put the information tying the modules with the books? So that's the question.
So when somebody uploads puts a new book to, he has a module code, right. So you can just enter your.
Okay. So basically it's what the seller is selling, and then he will associate.
Exactly. Yes. So the seller.
Okay. So then that will be.
Yes, correct. We also plan to build some kind of a table which keeps track of books and modules, but we went through most of the modules on NUS, and we found that only very few of them have recommended textbook which we can retrieve through the API. So we didn't find that feasible. We thought it would be easier if people just give it from experience, give the module code for the book they've.
Okay, and I think I agree with Jeff in some senses. Entering all the values for the books that we want to sell is going to be difficult. At the minimum, if I can, there's enough APIs in Amazon that as you key in the name, it puts all the details. You select the name, and it fills up all the rest of the fields rather than you actually have to put it yourself. Then you can pull in the Amazon price and then your price.
Yeah.
Right. So then people will see how much savings they actually make by buying it from you rather than from an established retailer. So I think that those are the little things that I see you can improve on.
All right. Sure.
Yeah, there's actually sites that are doing this, but not the auction style. You may want to check out the
Carousel?
Book in, book out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so but book in, book out is for selling, it's not for auctioning.
Yeah, there are a couple more. There's something called Carousel, which is a startup by NGS students, and it's advertised on IVLE as well. But they don't offer an auction system. But what we wanted to focus is keep the niche specifically to NUS students, so people feel like sense of belonging when they're selling it to a fellow student, rather than out in the public. So.
Okay, but I mean, book in book out can implement it within like 30 minutes if they want to do it. You just need to add an additional field. So you really need to differentiate your solution from them.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, you need to build stickiness. Because at the end of the day, it's a very transactional thing. Buying books, you just buy at the cheapest price possible, at a reasonable quality. So, yeah, it's not a social site that you make friends with. Yeah, so you need to optimize that whole entire transaction. Yeah, and also the way that you presented, how do you see the listings? Because they will be selling the same books, right? In theory.
Oh.
Or maybe 2 or 3. I mean, you don't have so many recommended book per module, right?
Yeah, no, it's usually 1 per module. So those are the recommended books. But I mean, supposing there are 3 different people selling the same book, then you get in those 3 those 3 open auctions will appear.
Okay. Or you can combine the auctions, right? There's also a possibility, right?
Yes.
And you do one mega auction, like
yes. Alright.
That is like the COE bidding model, the lowest price pays for everything. Yeah, because you at the end of the day you don't want to, because if it's cheaper to buy in book in book out, people will go book in book out and buy.
Yeah.
So you need to balance between giving more money to the seller, but yet the buyer don't get rip off because it costs more now. Yeah, so it's a very fine balance. Unless you provide additional services to it. Yeah.
I understand.
Correct. So it's a chicken and egg thing that you need to solve before you deploy.
Yep.
Yeah.